Hi. So there's a couple. Hi, Marianne. Um, So I noticed that in Prudently's live stream or Bible study, um, she kept making mention of the children in the back, the one who doesn't understand, who doesn't get it. Well, here's the thing, bro. If I was the kid in the back room, um, I'm blocked. So if I didn't understand. Thank you. Oh, Grinch. I'm blocked. So even if I didn't understand what you were talking about, I wouldn't be able to ask you. But here's the great thing is that, you actually sent me a Bible. So I was able to read through Corinthians. And I'm wondering, like, um, why you're naming all these certain things that, people are going to hell for. Do you remember the story where Jesus saved the woman from being stoned to get to death? Remember? For committing adultery? But he saved her and said, "Let he without sin cast the first stone." He didn't tell her that she would go to hell. He didn't allow her to be stoned to death. So, there's much more inspiring and wonderful books to read in the Bible than, you know, basically telling people, I mean, you're like really goner on this alcoholism thing. Like, I don't even know. Like, you're like, oh, like emphasizing shit and saying heathen and this and that, and the kid in the back. First of all, aren't you supposed to be a teacher? Why are you talking about the kid in the back like that? Like, how mean are you? I read a wonderful story once about that a teacher had written, and it was about a little kid that always, you know, didn't seem to partake in the class and stuff and was pretty disheveled and everything. It was like maybe fourth grade or whatever, and just, on the report card, here's the thing. She decided she wanted to find out why this kid was kind of given a bad rap, to the teacher that gets him the next year. A teacher will say, "Oh, good luck with him," blah, 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 right? So she wanted to find out, you know, um, what was going on with him. So she looked through his progress reports and all that, his school stuff reports that he had got, since he'd been in kindergarten. And in kindergarten, he was great. He wasn't, untidy. He didn't, some of the kids would say he smelled now. And he didn't participate in the class. He didn't talk at this point. But back then in kindergarten, he did partake in the class and he wasn't disheveled and he was a happy kid. And then in first grade, his mother got sick with cancer. And in second grade, his mother had died and his father turned into an alcoholic. And his father was sad and the kid was sad. And he wasn't getting the attention at home anymore, like, bathing and being taught, personal hygiene and stuff. And then, and by the, since this teacher didn't want to realize why he had withdrawn, like in second grade, and she kind of just, brushed him aside. And then by third grade, he already was, falling into the smelly kid, and nobody really, whatever. So now this teacher had figured out where the change came in this kid's life. So she was going to pay special attention to him. And so around Christmas time, right before, Christmas break, the kids were bringing in their gifts for the teacher. So this kid brought her, his gifts were wrapped in like just regular brown paper. And the kids started to laugh, and she said, "No, no. When I was a kid, I think they were wrapped like in cartoon or something from Sunday paper." She said, "No, no. When we were kids, this is what we used to do." And the gift was a bracelet with, like maybe a bead or two missing, and a half a bottle of perfume. So the kids, they start to laugh. The teacher puts the bracelet on right away and says, "Oh my God, it's beautiful, and this must mean something special to you." And she puts the perfume on right away. And so the other kids, they were like kind of taking him. The teacher was so interested in his gifts. So as they're all leaving the room, he kind of lingered behind, and he says, let's just say her name was Miss Murphy or whatever. "Thank you, Mrs. Murphy, for liking my gifts. You smell just like my mom today." And they went on to, she went on to encourage him to, you know, almost like a surrogate mom in a way, right? And he started to excel in school. Like she stopped being that teacher who didn't care about what was going on in that kid's life. She stopped that cycle of the teacher the next year being like, "Oh, this kid's just a problem. This kid's just a problem," and the labeling of him, and because she cared. Now, prudently, you're gonna sit in rooms and you're gonna call somebody irrelevant, and you're gonna sit in rooms where they're accusing people of hiding behind God and acting like they're good. Who the fuck and calling them pedophiles, mind you. Who the fuck do you think you are, lady? Who the fuck do you people think you are, talking about who really believes in God and who has faith and who doesn't? Where do you get off? Why don't you just realize that the way you're going about things would make people think, "Oh, well, then I guess I'm a lost cause. May as well give it up." There's lovely stories in the Bible. Why you want to sit there and talk about your vacay with Joyce Myers, you pretentious bitch, while running around fucking pretending that, "Oh, when somebody does something, you got to talk to them in private." Is that what you did, Prue? No, 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 no. 3 weeks later, you let your little friend have some fucking private business between me and you to make it content. And then you went around bashing the shit out of me. Then you delayed even saying that it happened because you were so pissed at having to give up that control. Stop fucking talking about me. And stop fronting. You are not a good person, in my opinion. That's my opinion. deep research into. I mean, there better be some fucking repercussions for people who go around calling people pedophiles because, lady, multiples, ladies, starting with what's up. Who the fuck are you calling, Pete? Mary, Mary, swear on everything you love. Oh, by the way, Mary, I've never spoke about your family. And as for what you do for work, wonderful. Wonderful. You drinking? I don't care. Yes, you did just wake up one morning and decide you were going to start fucking with me. Hi, Rainbow. Yes, you did. Now, I cannot believe. I can't. I can't even believe that Jules lets sit there for a month comments from my dead relatives. Jules, stop it. What is wrong with you? God dang, man. Here's another thing people should really be aware of. When people do fake things like free cash giveaway on bingo tonight, that's to get information, personal information from people. Let me send you something, like Bibles in the mail. My friend. Now you'll see some of these people who run and get PO boxes, right? Oh, they did? Oh, I didn't know that. Why? I didn't know they separated. I mean, why can't, and these people should just live and let live. Really, they should. Is that what she said? Yeah, maybe she just wanted to, I don't know. I think that Lou should continue on with the crime stuff. I thought that Lou did really well that night. Um, like, I get really impressed when somebody can, just look straight in the camera and know, like, what they're talking about, and relay a whole story without, having to refer to their notes and stuff like that. You know who does that? To me, anyway. And I always wonder if they've got, like, a teleprompter or something in front of them. But that Bailey Sarian. You ever watch her? Bailey Sarian? You guys ever watch her? She does makeup and mystery, or makeup and murder or mystery or something. Very pretty girl, very pretty girl. But I mean, on myself, I could never do makeup like that. I don't know if there's any reason to explain it to anybody. You know what I mean? They could have just, like, it maybe would have played out that maybe Lou and her would have ended up co-hosting together. I mean, you know, I didn't see it. I didn't see the post stuff. It is Rainbow, but God, it's just so expensive, you know? Tell you what, man, if I ever became president, God damn, people be in for a big old surprise. I'd say, get ready, 99%. We're about to get our just reward. for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Hi, random. I probably already said it. Right? Hey, anglerfish. Hi. Bailey. I love Bailey Sarian. So she just be telling that story while she's putting her makeup on, you know? So she must, uh, like, memorize the whole thing or something. Like, she gotta. You know who else I love is that chapter. You ever watch him? That chapter? Here's something I want to ask you guys. Here's the one thing, not the one thing about the Bible, but I know, right, Rihanna? But would you be able to remember, like, think, oh, remembers like that whole hour? Yeah, that's what I think. She's got to too, because I mean, man, that girl will have like a million views on a video. Like, I can't imagine how much they must make when they're like that, you know? Um, Here's one thing I wonder about. When they say Jesus raised the dead, do you guys think it could have been somebody who was like in a coma and they thought he was dead? Or like really raised the dead? And what happened to the person after they were raised? Or did, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't people be petrified? Not petrified like what, but scared. But then I do know that back, way back, even like back when, like for whom the bell tolls, isn't that it? For whom the bell tolls, time marches on, because they were still alive, because that was the graveyard shift. When somebody was working the graveyard shift, they were actually sitting in a graveyard listening for a bell, because they would literally tie a string to the deceased whom they're burying, and to their finger with a bell. Now I wonder, where are these bells? That's the story that I hear, like, for centuries. Where are these bells, though? I mean, did somebody just end up going around? Did they just cut them after a couple of days and then be like, okay, that person's done? Like, I mean, like, could you imagine? Like, if there's any doubt at all, don't bury me. You could keep the bell tied to my finger, but don't bury me. Right? You guys still with me or what? You guys still with me? They are, but a perfectly designed shell. You think they have bodies in heaven? I don't think so. I mean, I feel like, heaven is. I couldn't. Okay, here's the thing. Okay. I feel like heaven is everything that, like it's in our eye, it's in the eye of the beholder. And here's this. Okay, so this Corinthians, okay, prudently, uh, okay. First of all, I do feel like that a lot of the New Testament does try to get a lot of hatred of the Jews, in my opinion. Okay. Uh, yeah. But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Early in the morning at dawn, he came back into the temple court, and the people came to him in crowds. He sat down and was teaching them. When the scribes and Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in adultery, they made her stand in the middle of the court and put the case before him. Now remember, hi, free spirit. Now remember, prudently said that, this person would go directly to hell. Now Moses in the law, commanded, okay, teacher, they said, this woman has been caught in the very act of adultery. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such women offenders, first of all, like, okay, but not men, okay, shall be stoned to death. But what do you say to do with her? What is your sentence? Now, it also has that, okay, so now I'm going to flip back here to Deuteronomy, okay? Sure, I'm going to flip back right here. Okay, alrighty. Alright. If a man is found lying with another man's wife, they shall both die. Ah, so they shall both die. The man who lay with the woman and the woman. So you shall purge the evil from Israel. It says they shall both die. But here we've got in the New Testament here in John 8, 5, says, now Moses in the law commanded us that such women dash offenders shall be stoned to death. Now, here's the thing, okay? Crazy. Okay, here. Okay. This they said to try to test him, hoping they might find a charge on which to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger. Now, why would he do that? However, when they persisted with their question, he raised himself up and said, "Let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her." Then he bent down and went on writing on the ground with his finger. Okay, but what was he writing on the ground with his finger is what I'd like to know. They listened to him, and then they began going out, conscience stricken one by one, from the oldest down to the last one of them, till Jesus was left alone, with the woman standing there before him in the center of the court. When Jesus raised himself up, he said to her, "Woman, where are your accusers? Has no man condemned you?" She answered, "No one, Lord." And Jesus said, "I do not condemn you either. Go on your way, and from now on sin no more." Once more Jesus addressed the crowd. He said, "I am the light of the world. He who follows me will not be walking in the dark, but will have the light, which is life." Whereupon the Pharisees told him, "You are testifying on your own behalf. Your testimony is not valid and is worthless." Okay, so prudently, when you're acting as if you are so free from sin that you have the right to sit there and call people heathens and shit, and the kid in the back and that shit, right? And you just have been pounding the same. Corinthians, that's a long thing. It's got a lot to read. But you've just been repeating the same thing over and over. Now, I don't know what you're trying to imply, lady, but I've seen you try to imply it in places. That I'm some kind of an alcoholic. Oh, gee, did I say one time that I had a fuzzball? Oh, yeah, I'm an alcoholic. But you're going to sit there in these fucking live streams after you've spoken to me on the phone for hours upon hours upon hours, 8 hours one time, talking about the Bible. You want to pretend now that I'm some kind of way? Really? But I do remember somebody saying, "You don't tell us you have integrity. We tell you if you have integrity." Oh, bullshit. Uh, Jesus answered, "Even if I do testify on my own behalf, my testimony is true and reliable and valid. For I know where I came from and where I am going. But you do not know where I came from or where I am going." Ditto. 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 You set yourselves up to judge according to the flesh, by what you see. You condemn by external human standards. I do not set myself up to judge or condemn or sentence anyone. Yeah, there you go, bro. Why don't you teach what the Bible really says? Okay? Not your Dr. Or I keep calling her Dr. Joyce, but I don't think Joyce Myers is a doctor. I keep thinking of Dr. Joyce Brothers. Differences. I like Dr. Joyce Brothers. But Joyce Myers wants to tell her people, "Oh, you can't get a divorce," so instead they just murder their spouse and their children. hmm Um, taking a little vacation with Joyce again this year. When's the last time you've had a vacation with God? Is Joyce God? Maybe? I'd say you had a vacation with God when you sat at the cape, at the ocean, and looked upon the beauty painted by the hand of God. You don't need to spend a lot of money to have a vacation with God. Hi, Ronnie. I hope you are well and doing well. How's Planet of the Apes treating you? Yeah, she's mean. I understand Free Spirit, but basically, I thought about doing commentary on Prudently's Bible study, but her voice is just so fucking evil. And the way she keeps, now her next one is, and don't have the devil at your dinner table. Ooh, who's gonna be the devil? Would it be me? I mean, like, give it a rest. Gross. Stop fucking talking about me everywhere. I don't like it, and I am relevant. No matter what you say, no matter how many times you call me irrelevant, prudently, and then have a Bible study, I'm not irrelevant. Maybe to you, and that's fine. You're irrelevant to me. That's fine. But don't think that you're going to go around and keep saying it and convince me of it. Because just like Jesus said, my testimony is true and reliable and valid. For I know where I came from and where I am going. But you do not know where I come from or where I am going. What was it? Oh my God, and I know it. And the one from Pulp Fiction. She's not even really at Bible study half the time. I think Revelations is Is it Ezekiel? Is it Ezekiel? Pulp Fiction? Is it? You know, tell me. And is that in the New Testament or Old Testament? Sure, I get it. Don't make me have to look it up. Found it anyway. Come on, man. Yeah. See, I'm just saying, there is really like some sad stuff in the Bible. You know? I mean, my gosh. Ezekiel is like, whoa. See, that's weird. Now listen to this, okay? It says, now, as I was still looking at the living creatures, I saw one wheel upon the ground beside each of the living creatures with four faces. As to the appearance of the wheels and their construction, in appearance they gleamed like chrysolite, CHRYSOLITE. And the four were formed alike, and their construction work was, as it were, a wheel within a wheel. It says, and when the living creatures went, the wheels went beside them, and when the living creatures were lifted up from earth, the wheels were lifted up. Hi, Hannah Blessing. Doesn't that sound like spaceships? Kinda? That's my opinion. I'm just saying, I never really listen. God, doesn't that sound like spaceships? Like chrysolite. I know that Roddy McDowell was looking some stuff up for me. Would you mind looking up that for me? CHRY, as in Sam, OLITE. See, it says, as I looked, behold, a stormy wind came out of the north, and a great cloud with a fire enveloping it, and flashing continually. A brightness was about it, and out of the midst of it there seemed to glow amber metal out of the midst of fire. Isn't that weird? The wheels were lifted up for that. That's not weird. Over the head of the combined living creature, there was the likeness of a firmament. So weird that they even have the word firmament. Like, God, isn't that what's inside, like a light bulb? Isn't it? Firmament? Isn't it? Oh, all right. Thank you. Well, what's firmament then? FIRMAMENT. And he called Ezekiel son of man. She does. Okay, so he said, So, Ezekiel is also saying, okay, the sky or the heaven. Okay. No, it sounded like the wheel did anyway. For you are not sent to a people of a foreign speech and of a difficult language, but to the house of Israel. Well, now that is a difficult language, I think. So, really, Free Spirit? Really? But since we could see the moon, wouldn't you think that maybe heaven is beyond the moon? It's disturbing to me too that all throughout this, the Jews, like they're always captive. Like nobody should be captive anyway, as a people. Oh my god, you're so funny. That is so funny. As soon as you said that, I got the song in my head. Oh, heaven is a place on earth. You know, I do like the Bible, right? I do. Well, isn't that like the what do they call it? The oh my god, what is it? The ozone layer? It's not full of evil hidden blessings. True. Buddy. And true there, free spirit, right? True that. But you know what? I think the desire to want to learn is what, you know, that's what's important. But, like the desire to want to believe in something. Yeah, but Hidden Blessings, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. You know? I mean, I feel like it's, like the story of Lot, okay? Um, Maybe, yes, it does get destroyed, but maybe it's like where he says, but don't look back or you'll turn to salt, right? Uh, and so, when she looked back, it indicated that she had an attachment to um, what hidden blessings. I think that you are right that it might all get destroyed, but maybe we'll all be like lifted up. You know what I mean? Like, well, because that's all they're gonna show. Yeah, but no, I don't want to talk politics in here because at the end of the day, Fleetwood Mac, Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow was last time, the last time that we could celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have dementia because they might be doing something. Now they be fucking maybe putting, sound waves into his, oh, he's constantly, there's some kind of buzzing constantly there. You know what I mean? Who knows? Uh, but, right. Yeah, but Hidden Blessings. I haven't trusted in, ex- Ratty. Absolutely. Absolutely. We don't know what to believe anymore with AI. All I can say is that Fleetwood Mac saying, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. And, you know, our budget was balanced. We did not have a deficit. Not anymore. Who knows who? Does anybody know who Marvin Bush is? You guys ever heard of Marvin Bush? Listen, here's the thing. People are not. A long time ago, when they took out, I pledge allegiance to the flag, United, to the United States of America. Okay, when they took out the Pledge of Allegiance, okay, look him up. Look up Marvin Bush, and then ask yourself, how the fuck did we not hear about this fucking guy? How the fuck is that even possible? Head of security. for Bush's younger brother. The sons. Yeah, and the other one's head of security for everywhere that night. And then he resigns and becomes the CEO of the insurance company processing the claims. I mean, it, uh, it's the grossest shit ever. It's the grossest shit ever. But I still remember. Yeah, Smith Children's Hair. So, what, you guys gonna vote for people who storm the Capitol building and make us a laughing stock of the world? For years, people were they don't love the smell of baby hair. Now it's a big fucking sin. Um, mm, mm, mm. Listen to this shit, okay? And you, son of man, take a tile and lay it before you, and make upon it a drawing of a city in Jerusalem, and put siege works against it. Build a siege wall against it, and cast up a mound against it. Set camps also, and set battering rams against it. Moreover, take a plate of iron and a plate and place it for an iron wall between you and the city. And what is it? I mean, and you shall eat your food as barley cakes, and you shall bake it with human dung as fuel in the sight of the people. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the nations to whom I will drive them. Yeah, that's what the Lord said. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Sure it is. Sure, sure. I'll never forget that homeless guy that he was saying something, and he says to somebody, Jesus loves you. And he said, yeah, look, and they crucified him, right? And he said, effing Jews. Well, you still should vote. Effing Jews is what he said. But I was reading in that Corinthians that Currently's been reading where, and they say, but Jesus was our lamb that we slaughtered for Passover. You don't fucking slaughter a human being for Passover. Sorry, you don't. And cast lots for his garments and stuff. Currently, stop. Stop it. You don't get to judge me. You don't get to judge anybody. You are in no place to judge. You have no integrity. You don't. Now, in the Epiphany, when the Magi, is that how you say it? Magi, Magi. Now, isn't that like a magician? Isn't it? Or like a prophet prophet or somebody who sees from the east visit Jesus reveals that Jesus is not only the Messiah of Israel, but God's Son and the Savior of all nations as well. The flight into Egypt and the slaughter of the innocent children clearly indicate how the forces of darkness oppose the light of the world. And we are reminders of the Israelites' experience in Egypt, the slaughter of male babies, and the exodus into the desert. The presentation of Jesus in the temple reveals Jesus' background as a faithful and devoted Jew. Now, wouldn't they know that, he must be the only one who survived because, but here's the thing that I really sometimes don't understand. In the movie The Ten Commandments, wasn't it Moses that the woman, floated down the river, the Nile? Wasn't it the Nile? Was it the Nile? Euphrates? Tigris? I don't know. And the basket of reeds. Wasn't it Moses? Oh, okay. Wise men. Okay. I was a magician. Baggy. I get it. Priest. Okay. Right. So when did it become Jesus? I thought it was Moses in the movie. So was Moses the same age as Jesus? I mean, I thought he was. I'm just saying, I just don't understand. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I don't, I'm just saying, I don't really understand because they, I thought the way that it was portrayed was that it was, but, I'm just, I'm confused about that. Jesus grew up quietly in the obscure village of Nazareth. Joseph, his foster father, taught him carpentry. Luke records that Jesus accompanied Mary and Joseph to Jerusalem for the great religious feast of the Jews. Luke also writes that the 12-year-old Jesus astounded the temple teachers with his intelligence. We hear nothing of Jesus' life after this event other than that he advanced in wisdom and age and favor before God and man. These hidden years of Jesus' youth reveal a Savior who shared our daily life, humble and out of the limelight. His simple obedience to his mother and foster father and his otherwise ordinary upbringing help us to identify clearly with Jesus. His humble example is a model for how we live, pray, and suffer for our faith. Now, Tiberius, wasn't he really, really like evil? Um, After the incident when Jesus was found in the temple, he next appears on the scene in the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar. You know, how is that, though? After the incident where Jesus was found in the temple, so that was when he was 12, right? Um, he next appears on the scene in the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar. And when he was in his 30s, Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist, his immediate precursor, sent to prepare the way. His immediate precursor sent to prepare the way. By submitting to John's baptism, Jesus accepted and previewed his ongoing mission of God's suffering servant. Huh. By submitting, huh. At his baptism, the Spirit descended upon Jesus in the form of a dove, and a heavenly voice proclaimed, "You are my beloved Son," thus showing Jesus as the Messiah and God's only Son. Jesus then began his ministry. In the Gospel account of Jesus' temptations in the desert, Jesus is revealed as the new Adam. He remained faithful to God when he rebuffed Satan. He emerged from the desert and preached the advent of God's reign. A reign open to everyone, especially the poor, the lonely, and sinners. Oh, unless you're somebody who knows um, prudently, and then, you know, she's all like, is it a sin to be rich and go around and, act like, no, no, just here, take it. Pay me back when you can. Pay me back in little amounts. And then, 17 days later, go ahead and. And that's not the first fucking time that she's talked about shit we've spoken private about and then go telling fucking idiots. Now, nobody answered my question here, also. What I want to know about raising the dead. Did he raise the dead? Because isn't that not okay? And Jesus was a healer. Jesus never explained to his disciples the meaning of suffering, but he did heal any suffering he encountered. He received everyone who came to him with love and compassion. Not prudently doesn't do that. He cured not only friends, like Peter's mother-in-law, but also lepers, the blind, the deaf, epileptics, the crippled, the possessed, and many others with various afflictions. He also brought the dead back to life. Jesus' healings, now that's really not healing, were considered miraculous by the people, and they were. Jesus demonstrated God's love in concrete actions on behalf of his people, and also showed that God's love has the power to overcome evil. Jesus was compassionate. Jesus' marvelous deed shows us a compassionate Savior. He associated with the real losers of his day. And, and that's important, right. Like, Roddy, like, isn't that like a necromancer? I mean, I'm just saying, were they just in a coma and people thought they were dead? I would think people would be like, huh? Um, And when they put losers, they mean in parentheses, like what people like, prudently would probably call losers or something. But then again, outcasts who, for one reason or another, were despised by the establishment. The poor, the sinners, the abandoned, widows, and children all flocked to receive his love and understanding. Crowds smothered him with attention when he discovered that 5,000 of those who had come to hear him had no food. He fed them. Right, Roddy? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. The name Jesus comes from the Hebrew word Yeshua. I can't even think that. What I'm saying, hidden blessings, is my question is, if that happened, wouldn't you be petrified, like like Pet Cemetery? Um, I mean, during the first 5 centuries or so of Christianity, a number of false teachings about who Jesus was arose. These false beliefs, called heresies, did not reflect the Jesus that the apostles experienced or believed in. Here's the thing. Okay. Son of Man. Here's where, like, in my mind, I just keep going back to, is where it says Jesus was the lamb we slaughtered for Passover. See, Lord, the term Lord has various meanings. A ruler or someone with great power is often called Lord. Now, the incarnation holds that God took on human flesh, assuming a human nature for us and for our salvation. So basically, here's the thing that I learned to understand about Jesus is that he knew that what he was doing was probably gonna. I don't know about that, but it was like when they say Lord of the Manor, gifted to rule. I guess like gifted to rule, like if somebody was gifted. I get all that. I do, but oh God, hey, listen to this fucking thing. Okay, now, fuck. Okay. Ugh, this makes me sick. The way a person dies punctuates his or her life. And Jesus' death is an exclamation point of profound love for us and unwavering obedience to the Father who sent him to win our salvation. Yeah. He came to give us abundant life, the very life of God, and he accomplished this by freely surrendering his life for us. All right, here's the thing. He didn't freely surrender his life for you. What he did was, he wasn't a dick. And people didn't like that. People didn't like that he wasn't a dick. And that he had good news. And that he was giving people hope and something to believe in. Oh, he was feeding people. Oh, he was healing people. Oh, without money? Oh, for free? Oh, teaching? Oh, I bet you he's even teaching them how to read and write. Probably that's why he's writing in the dust with his finger. He's probably teaching people how to read and write. No better way to keep people down by, having them be illiterate, you know? I mean, these people, they probably were in here, so he's telling them what he read because he, you know, knew how to read. Okay? Obviously, or he just knew how to teach and memorize. I believe if he's writing in. Okay. So basically, what he did was he also didn't like that they were taking money from the poor lady in the church. And they tried to say, yeah, but look at all the jewels. Look how it's, look how it's built. And he was like, and destroyed it. No better way. You notice how like they made, and they said, oh, well, we can't be money lenders, but the Jews can. No better way to not have to pay back the person who you owe money to than by killing them, which is what they did to most of them. Yeah, and that Tiberius guy was real fucking evil. I mean, they were crucifying loads of people and killing loads of people. And even after they said, okay, we'll be Christians, what they do then? Oh, let's feed some Christians to the lions. They were still evil. But they wanted to control people and dictate to people because they felt they had money and that gave them the right to judge who's good and who's not. How fucking dare you brutally go around telling people I don't have integrity? And swindling. It was $100, not $175. Don't even fucking try it. So basically, if you're like a sheep, like a shepherd, right? And so you've got your flock, and they said, we're going to kill them all. You or them? What's it going to be, buddy? He laid down his life like a shepherd probably would if, say there was something there to kill his, he'd try to protect them, probably lay down his life. He'd rather die on his feet than live on his knees, right? Now, he had the power to lay down. So for 3 days before they crucified him, they tortured him, man. Humiliated him, tortured him. Right. Yeah, he did. And including, hi, Random, including, prudently, including, prudently, alcoholics, um, depending on it's on people's actions. Prudently, you do not get to sit there and quote exactly why I was sitting here saying, I agree. Chicken Winter said to Tandra she didn't write the Bible. Tandra gets all pissed at me about that. And you and her and Janelle all storm in telling me what a liar I am. And then it's a big thing. Oh, you're against homosexuality. I'm against homosexuality. When did I ever say that? Next thing, I'm unwell. I'm this. I'm that. Certainly, when did you think I don't deserve the right to privacy about my anything financial with me? Where do you get the fuck off talking about shit about me? Or implying I'm on something or this, that, and the other thing? And where do these fucking assholes get off? Thinking they're gonna go running around signing on to people calling people fucking PEDOs and this, that, and the other thing. You're hiding behind the Bible? Shut the hell up, man. In Old Testament times, Jews offered their prized lambs at the temple as sin offerings. Jesus' death eliminated that need once and for all. Are you fucking kidding me? That's so fucking gross. That's so fucking gross. It's a human being, it's not a lamb. Jesus' death was a perfect sacrifice. Oh, God. That's fucking gross. Undertaken by the Lamb of God for our benefit. Early New Testament explanation is that Jesus' death was a ransom, a redemption, that defeated the powers of evil. Jesus Christ substituted for each of us, taking on our guilt, dying a death we deserve in order to buy our freedom with his very person and eternal love. St. Paul knew the depths of this love when he wrote. Can I ask you guys, Paul, was he an apostle? Can you guys tell me what happened to him? What happened to St. Paul? Anybody? Anybody? Jesus came to fulfill the law, but by preaching it definitively, with divine authority, he antagonized certain lawyers of the day. I get that, hidden blessings, and we didn't write the Bible, right? We didn't write the Bible, and in some places, yeah, but how it became an issue, as if I did something to Tanger, and prudently comes storming and going, liar, and all this bullshit, is like, I didn't ever say, I was accused of being the person that, oh, me and Tandra are having fucking phone sex with, from the ever so wonderful fucking Mary, who uses my favorite gospel group's name and prudently sits in there. And that's Tandra's big buddy now, Yeah, until it became the New Testament, in my opinion. In my opinion. But there's some stuff in the New Testament that's really good, too. Uh, you know, like, how the fuck is Crowley gonna come storming in here and say, liar? And Tandra get all mad at me while she's sitting and fucking prudently as well, here's fucking. I can't even imagine that these people, who in my opinion are unwell, you guys are unwell, okay? When you're gonna sit there and listen to some woman who ran around, who actually had the audacity to say, like, if you have a private issue with somebody, you talk to them privately. Oh, when did that happen with you, prudently, you fucking bitch? How dare you ever fucking question my integrity? And that fucking slob over there saying, we tell you to get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. No. God wants you to follow your heart. Jesus didn't only suffer physically, He also suffered the psychological pains of rejection by the people and abandonment by his friends. Wow. Huh. Jesus consented to feel the suffering of crucifixion. In the Garden of Gethsemane, I don't know, he anticipated the torture he would endure. Like any normal human would, Jesus recoiled from the torture that lay before him. He prayed, Father, if you are willing, take this cup away from me. So he really didn't want to do that. But Jesus revealed his true character when he added, Still, not my will, but yours be done. Jesus was obedient, and Jesus was faithful to his preaching and his life of self-sacrificing love for all. Okay, so it sounds like he was like trying to comfort himself like a lot of people do when bad things happen. Because you know what, Random? I don't even know what happened. I'll tell you what happened, Random. I got cancer, and these people are cancer bullies. That's why Hidden Blessings and I have stuck together for so long, because she's seen right from the beginning. But she was going through cancer at the same time. And that's truly what happened. I didn't do anything to bring her. Oh, sure. Have I responded in anger? Oh, yeah. Well, you think, yeah, I'm a human. And these motherfuckers want to keep calling me a fraud and this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, but it's hard to make up with people that you would never be able to trust. Like Tanger knew my phone number. She could have called me and said, "Oh, but no." Prudently knew my phone number. You know. Thank you, Random. I like you too. Here's where the New Testament kills me with shit like this. What happened in his passion cannot be blamed upon all the Jews then living without distinction, nor upon the Jews of today. No, it can't be, because it was Tiberius. And, yeah, no. Try again. Jews should not be presented as repudiated or cursed by God, as if such views followed from the Holy Scripture. Jesus freely accepted his crucifixion. Really? In the ancient world, crucifixion was the most severe, painful, and humiliating form of capital punishment. It was devised to torment a criminal to the point of insanity and prolong the agony of death for hours and even days. Romans reserved this punishment for slaves. Thus, Jews saw it as especially loathsome and degrading. Well, weren't they the slaves? Jesus accepted this form of punishment with its inconceivable pain and humiliation to prove beyond doubt his immense love for us. I think it was his immense faith in God. But I do believe, what Kangaroo be? Kangaroo be? Who's Kangaroo be? Are you talking about Amy? Auntie Amy? She's another one, man, sitting there saying, people have to hit rock bottom. People have to hit rock bottom. This person's starving. Oh, they're not starving. Who the fuck is she? The thing is that it's not about the person that you're giving to. It's about the act of giving. There was a long time where people would, say, oh, if there's a God, then why are there starving children in Ethiopia when, back when they would show, all the commercials and stuff. And I always thought that what if God was, maybe these are angels and they don't even know or realize that they're in that position. It's about they're angels. They're doing that's almost like something where getting their wings. They're there for a short amount of time so that someone somewhere says, you know what, I'm gonna help that person. I'm gonna, and something inside of them gets moved. Sympathy, compassion, loving another human being. That act. Not so that people can say, no, no, please, I insist, so that I can go around telling people you have no integrity. Fuck you. I'll always have more integrity than you. Because of the original sin, death touches all humans. Jesus allowed death to touch him to pay for our redemption. Here's what I think is being lost here is why did he have to die? And where's the Vatican? Isn't it in Rome? Oh, where all this happened. Oh, that's right. And weren't they real, helpful to the Nazis? That's a lot of sacrifices there. And then, maybe. Um, and also to prove through his resurrection he conquered sin and death. All four Gospels agree that Joseph of Arimathea. Now, when they say, what is it, Aramaic? So would that be Arimathea? I forgot what the question was. I forgot what the question. Wouldn't they have killed Mary too, like because she had given birth to him? I forgot the question. Oh, what I was saying about the Vatican? Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. It says, um, all four Gospels agree that Joseph of Arimathea, a member of the Sanhedrin, buried Jesus and that others witnessed his burial, including Nicodemus, which does sound like Nicodemus, doesn't it? The Blessed Mother and Mary Magdalene. Jesus' burial and Matthew's account that Pontius Pilate posted guards at the tomb all help show that Jesus was truly dead. However, because Jesus' human soul and body were still linked to the person of the Son, Jesus' mortal corpse was preserved from corruption. Hi, Missing Loyalty. The Apostles' Creed tells us that the dead Christ went to the abode of the dead, Sheol in Hebrew, Hades in Greek. Now, isn't that hell? And there proclaimed the gospel to the just who were awaiting the Redeemer. Hades, isn't that hell? Here's the thing. It says, collectively, the passion, death, resurrection, and glorification of Jesus Christ is known as the Paschal Mystery. Through these events, Jesus passes over from our own world into the Father's glory. These salvation events have redeemed us from slavery to sin and the evil one. From slavery to sin and the evil one. They illustrate perfectly the meaning of love. Love is self-giving unto death. The Father blesses those who love with superabundant life. We celebrate this great mystery of faith in the sacraments, especially in the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist, when we thank the Father and the Holy Spirit for the Son whose sacrifice has won us salvation. We live the Paschal mystery when we allow the risen Lord to live in us and help us worship God in truth and love. Hades isn't Hades hell. Is Hades hell? Can somebody look that up? Is Hades hell? The ascension of Jesus refers to the time when Jesus stopped appearing to the disciples in visible form and in his glorified body. Took his rightful place in heaven as equal to the Father. Jesus, too, has prepared a place for us with him in heaven. In his glorified state, Jesus, who is true God and true man, is not limited to time and space. The Eucharist, right? Yeah, it's another word for hell. Okay, so here's the thing. If he went there, all right, if he went there, then who was the people who were there waiting to be, redeemed? I mean, that's strange to me. Strange. Life is full of mystery. The natural world is full of silent, invisible power. The imperceptible power of erosion that was at work for eons carved out the magnificent Grand Canyon. The potency hidden in the acorn causes the inevitable growth of the oak tree. The unseen explosions of nuclear energy in our sun, millions of miles away, give life to our planet. Hidden, silent, powerful realities lurking in the background account for the wonderful and awesome things we see about us. God is also actively working in the world, but in a way that is veiled from direct human observation. Christians believe in the active presence of the Holy Spirit, whose life-giving friendship works for us until the end of time. What does spirit mean? A common philosophical definition describes spirit as the life force of living beings. Now, spirit has also been defined as like alcohol, right? Spirits, or as ghosts, right? We occasionally use the same concept when we talk about groups, like student bodies or athletic teams. Without spirit, there is no enthusiasm, no life. Spirit can also mean the real sense or significance of something. The expression, the spirit of the law, reflects this meaning. So does the expression, the spirit of 76. One of the most important passages concerning the outpouring of the Holy Spirit comes from the Acts of the Apostles, a work written by the evangelist Luke. Okay. What happened to Luke? Nobody told me what happened to Paul, and I want to know what happened to Luke, too. Um, in the upper room, the place of the Last Supper, the apostles were gathered there, praying with some of the women, including the Blessed Mother. Perhaps they were still frightened and confused about the events leading to our Lord's death and resurrection. And suddenly there came from the sky a noise, like a strong driving wind, and it filled the entire house in which they were. Okay, wait a minute. Then there appeared to them tongues as of fire, which parted and came to rest on each one of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in different tongues as the Spirit enabled them to proclaim. I thought speaking in tongue was not good. The apostles went out and spoke to the crowd in tongues, so that people from all of the different places in the Roman Empire each heard his or her own language. At first, the crowds were skeptical. In fact, they thought the apostles were drunk. Peter explained that what was happening was clearly promised by the prophet Joel. It will come to pass in the last days, God says, that I will pour out a portion of my spirit upon all flesh. Your sons and daughters shall prophesy, your young men shall see visions, your old men shall dream dreams, and it shall be everyone shall be saved who calls on the name of the Lord. Hmm. Bring the dead back to life, though, it keeps saying. To bring the dead back to life, do they mean like dead inside or like really dead? I mean, I read about a thing called the dive. Um, about the dive reflex. Um, a purification opposite offering. God doesn't want you to freaking offer doves. That's why he was mad. Because they killed like a. Yeah. Here's the thing. I do believe. Well, what it actually means is fire of the tongue means that we should use our tongues to speak of the fire, the spirit in us, and speak of, you know, like what's inside of us, and speak out. Be willing to die on our feet than live on our knees. Okay. Because I also read that when speaking in tongues, well, the one that prudently wants to put is, people who speak another language, they're sinners too. But they're saying people who speak another language but don't have an interpreter, if you're gonna like preach the word, but you're speaking another language to interpret. But here's the thing. Once again, I want to just ask, what happened to Luke and Paul? Here's the thing. We've got this thing. Sadly, some couples are unable to have children because of infertility. Moral means of reducing infertility are allowed, but techniques that involve third parties through donated sperm or ova are seriously immoral because they intrude on the exclusive marriage union of a husband and wife. Okay, all right, yeah. Mm. Now, I have a problem. fact that based on a lot of the things that we see, if a Christian charity and prudent discretion indicate that not everyone who seeks information has a right to it. Thus, at times, we should use discreet language or remain silent for the good and safety of others, to respect the common good, or to honor one's reasonable right to privacy. For example, priests may never reveal what they hear in confession, and professionals like doctors and lawyers have the right to keep confidential secrets revealed to them unless grave harm would result from their silence. Everyone, including the media, must respect the privacy and freedom of public figures. How about respecting the privacy and freedom of everyone? If we respect the truth and other people, we will not engage in rash judgment, that is, prejudiciously, assuming their moral culpability. Christians can combat rash judgment by always putting the most positive interpretation on another's thoughts, words, and deeds. Detraction, revealing another's faults without good reason, and calumny, whatever, spreading lies about someone, violate the virtue of truthfulness. Certainly, you're fucking going to hell. I don't care what you say, man. I see you going around lying about me. And you don't sit there and you don't say, they're not PEDOs. You talk to me for how long? You think you want to run around now and pretend that I'm some kind of a PEDO? Or some drug addict? Or I have no integrity? Who the fuck do you think you are? You lying, sinning bitch. How fucking dare you say to the kid in the back of the class, who the fuck are you talking to, bitch? And Mary, and any other person. You keep going around calling people PEDOs. I'm gonna find out, fuck it, because that's some bullshit. You don't get to keep doing that. Go fuck yourself. Spreading lies about someone is what you do. Certainly. And all your buddies. Every time. Every time. You know, you call me Meth G or a PEDO. You're violating the virtue of truthfulness. And these people want to go around talking about freedom of speech. Lying is a sin. That's not freedom of speech, okay? It's not. It's not. You just don't get to. Okay? You just don't get to. We are. We are. Now, apparently, I'm pretty sure that I am relevant because you talk about me all the time. I've seen your friend Scabby, I mean Mary, sorry, sitting there, moly moly, talking about people in my live stream, people in my room, acting like somebody said bad things about her here. Nobody did. Nobody did. While she sits there going, I never did anything to SG, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I think she's trying to suicide show me. You allow your scabby ass room to sit there and say SG's makeup would look good if it was done by a mortician. Who the fuck do you think you are? Certainly, the fact that you honestly think that you are in God's favor. Hidden blessings, though. People can't, people can't, people can't say, oh, well, we're going to slaughter this lamb, and that way you Jews don't get to, have your, slaughter for, Passover, your prize lamb. No, and we see you doing that, we're going to kill you. If we see you preaching something about Jewish, we're going to kill you. If we see you practicing this religion, we're going to kill you. If we see this, we're going to kill you. We're going to kill you. We're going to, oh, did you cheat on your husband? We're going to kill you. Oh, are you a Jew? Are you preaching good news? Oh, we're going to kill you. Oh, you know what? We're bored. We're going to feed you to the lions. I don't care. Oh, but I've been righteous. I did everything you told me to do. I even converted to Christianity. We're bored. We're going to feed you to the lions. You don't get to be the Holy Roman Empire and call yourself the Holy Roman Empire. Okay? I gotta wonder if the Holy Spirit wasn't their holy wine and they weren't, trying to, hey, here, drink this wine. Here's another thing for you, too. It seems really right after, John the Baptist has his head cut off, that isn't he the Eucharist? I mean, I'm pretty sure that here's the thing. After Jesus submitted to being baptized, submitted, like, but Jesus washed all their feet before, at the Last Supper, washed all their feet. And Jesus, but it literally said, one of you is going to betray me, right? I mean, fucking prudently, man. Prudently. How are you going to sit in a live stream while some bitch calls me and my friend PED, and says we hang out at playgrounds at 3 a.m. Pick it up. And you look, who the fuck do you think you are endorsing right there? Oh, if you make it your lifestyle, that's when it's a sin. I know you're not talking to me because I'm not an alcoholic. And here's the thing, Brittany. Who the fuck do you think you're judging? How are you going to sit there and go, I mean, like, if me and Janelle had something going on, I would address it privately. You fucking bitch. Your answer to me when I tried to address something with you privately was, didn't you read my community post? Why the fuck should I have to read your community post? When I thought we were talking private. Why would you be writing your response to my text on a fucking community post? Where do you get off? Tomcat, here's what's killing me with you. Is that when you were saying about how disgusted you were about, Bobble saying these are fraudulent GoFundMes, you weren't disgusted that she was saying mine was fraudulent. You think that you get to virtue signal while ignoring as if my feelings didn't matter. Oh, who gives a fuck about SG's feelings? But I pretended to write to those people, but I never really did because I still haven't shown proof. But I'm going to question somebody who is SG's friend as if they've got some kind of a problem for being SG's friends. Oh, I notice you're one of the only ones who talks to SG. Why is that, Tomcat? Huh? How dare you ever come in my live stream currently and call me a liar? How dare you, Tanger? Sit there in those Bible studies. But when anytime I want to talk to you about anything to do with God, like anything I like, the song Hate Me triggers you. The Art of Racing in the Rain, if I was going to read it in my life, triggers you. If I spoke about homosexuality or anything like that, would trigger you. Thank you, Hannah Blackman. Would trigger you. Uh, I wanted to pray for your dog when he was sick. Look up St. Francis of Assisi and, triggered you. But now you'll sit in prudently in Bible studies. You know why? Because of your motivation. Not because you care about the Bible. In my opinion, it triggers you. I had to avoid topics left and right because I didn't want Tanger saying, I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to leave. But you couldn't. Well, where do you get off being friends with these people? Rubbing shoulders. What bothers me, though, Hidden Blessings, is why do they keep referring as like Christians will be saved? Do they honestly think that heaven is segregated? I don't think that it is. It's I want to know why Jesus went to Hades to release the just that were waiting for him. I want to know, like, were they already? When did this hell come in? Like, who? Okay, we know that there was the concept of heaven. When did the concept of there being a hell for sinners come into play? Is hell mentioned in the Bible? You know, when they mention God created heaven, when did the concept of hell? So they weren't. I'm just wondering about the concept of hell. So maybe like those were people who, but I'm just still so curious about this raising the dead. And they said his apostles could do it too. Like, and why were they referring to Mary as the Blessed Mary then? When I just, what did happen to Joseph, I wonder? Says, whenever we sin against justice and truth, we must make a serious effort to repair the harm caused. This is especially true when we have damaged someone's reputation. So, you know what? You fuckers are going to hell. And I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit. I don't care, man. You can all sit there, not you guys, not everyone, not everyone, not everyone. Fucking, what's her name there? Janelle wants to keep saying SG won't take accountability for anything she's done. Janelle, what did I do to you? Connie, why the fuck do you keep lying? And saying I said your daughter would be better off dead. I didn't say that to you. That is a lie. Rhonda, why are you saying I am insincere? Hmm? When have you seen me be insincere? Oh, oh, it's okay. You don't have to take accountability for berating me publicly, saying I said I wouldn't be on YouTube. You were on YouTube. Stop lying. Now, I don't know what transcript that scrub over there who thinks I talk like this even though I don't. And Nitty, don't you ever fucking tell me I'm almost in my casket anyway. You could fall down the fucking stairs tomorrow and break your neck and die. Don't you ever, ever, you drug dealing fuck, call me Meth G. Or say, yeah, but God doesn't want some fucking asshole there. Here's the thing. Let's think about how many priests, or even teachers or Boy Scout leaders, have done rotten shit. How about cops are, under the guise of, um, you know, acting like they're doing things for the right reasons, right? But have done shit, right? Right? How about all those people who sat there giving confessions to somebody who was destroying these families? The guilt that the parents felt, and the kids that, and these people who were using the fact that the human body has a natural reaction of like excitement or whatever to, certain touches of sex. And so they use that against these little kids and say, oh, well, you like it. You must like it then, right? And they use that against them, right? And now you got Prudently, Miss Bible Study, who wants to sit in these live streams of people who sit there and call me a PEDO. And you, Prudently, said, when she's gone out of me with casket emojis, fucking Nitty talking. He immediately goes to Yahweh after saying, I'm almost in my casket anyway. Who the fuck are you talking to? Now, if you think, now this right here is speaking with tongue, okay? This is using my voice. Gotcha? Right? I mean, guys, thank you. Thank you so much, Keith. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's right. By God's grace. I will continue to point out you don't get to. You don't get to pretend. Prudently, don't you ever fucking call me the kid in the back of the room that doesn't understand. Is that what you do? You put the kids that don't understand in the back of the room, you dumb bitch. Oh, you mean the ones you got blocked from your fucking Bible studies, huh? You do not ever, ever think you're in good standing and in good graces as long as you continue to go around and slander me or partake in it. Do you understand? No, Sharon, you don't get to. You don't get to decide if I have integrity. Who the fuck do you think you are, you boosting bitch? Prudently, you have a good laugh at that chemo baldness monk picture with my face superimposed on it? Yes, you did. Yes, you fucking did. Yeah, you fucking did. How about you, Bobby Ramos? You want to go around pretending you're this religious person while practicing Santa Muerte? Do ya? How about you, What's Limp? You've been going around talking sexual about me and my kid and talking about my deceased sister for what, over a year now? And you want to pretend that you have a minor daughter so you can say I'm a PEDO? Go fuck yourself, you fucking lying skank. All we know about you is you're a W. That's it. Carrie, man, I know nothing about you either. I don't. Whoever the person is, probably Izzy. I don't know the account. Sitting there fucking putting each date that I said. Could be Luna. She's another freak. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck, man? What are these the same people who, if a couple who couldn't have kids had, in vitro or whatever, and somebody who had donated their egg would be called sinners in the eyes of the church? These are the same people, though, who've been divorced, which would also be called sinning. Oh, unless it gets enough. No, God looks at your heart, your motivations, your thoughts. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. That they're addicted. They're addicted to lying. They're addicted to fucking referring to somebody who's never even seen meth as meth G. As a PEDO. Laughing about cancer. Lying. Straight out and out fucking lying is what they're addicted to. Now they think they're just gonna lie about anybody they see in my room, this, that, and the other fucking thing. Shut the fuck up, man. Honest to God. And I'm not only doing this about like religious purposes and shit, but because no, it doesn't only matter if a high, profile person gets slandered. And not only their reputation matters, it doesn't only matter if a high profile person gets threatened. People matter. How fucking dare you, prudently? insist on that $100 and go around telling people I had no integrity. You had no integrity. That was within less than a month, and I don't give a fuck what you say, bitch. It was if that fucking bitch's channel was still up, that video would still be up where she talked about it, and that was less than a fucking month, you bitch. That scab knew anything. Yeah, you should have just deleted the whole thing as soon as you said stuff like that. Yeah, they all going on about me and that Ashley account. I don't know shit about fucking. Yeah, I don't watch fucking these idiots when they're talking about other people's kids and what they've dug up on their kids and shit, digging up on people's Facebooks, digging into this, digging into that. And well, then you can just get rid of it next time. Just get rid of her. And when anybody says something like that, I couldn't get back on. I was so freaked out. I was like, oh my God, it just kept buffering and buffering and buffering. It was taking fucking forever to get back on. You know why? Because I'm such a fucking con artist that I jump through hoops to get cancer so I can have a fake GoFundMe. Yeah, that's not slandering somebody's fucking reputation. Right? Right, Prudently, you fucking pig? You want to sit there going, yeah, she wouldn't accept rides from me. Very suspicious. I didn't know you, and I already had rides. Jules, you want to go around talking shit about me everywhere? Why the fuck have you left comments from my deceased sister? For a month now, sitting on your fucking channel. Huh? You know what? Oh, really? Then maybe she's being facetious. But you know what, Keith? For me, it's not about this community. I don't really give a shit what they do, as long as they don't try to fucking affect my life. See, that's what I think. I think these people, when they go, you can't take YouTube for real life. Oh, yeah, you fucking can. When a bunch of dumb bitches and assholes are sitting there fucking harassing your family, harassing your jobs, telling people to harass your GoFundMe, your reputation, your integrity. Oh, hell fucking yeah, it's real life. But it's gonna be. You don't get to sit here and think this is your fucking playground to slander somebody. When I came on here talking about cancer, I did it because I had cancer. Real fucking life. Don't tell me cancer is not real life. I'm LARPing a hospital. No, you're fucking crazy. And stop fucking talking about me. YouTube ain't real life. Well, I don't give a fuck what it is. You better shut your fucking mouth. These motherfuckers be bitching about fucking if I put my Cash App at the bottom of my screen. Let me put that up too, by the way, huh? And then right after they'll say, here's my PO box. If you want to help me and the kids, How about you get a fucking job? How about you get a fucking job? Oh, that's right, Nitty. I forgot you talked about your job in your live stream. Your drug dealing job. That's right. I didn't deal on my own block, though. I don't want to be bringing that to my house. Why the fuck aren't you working and, a productive member of society? I mean, if you're procreating, why don't you provide for them? You want to put up your P.O. box, and then you want to fucking talk about me? Why, you're not on camera, and you want to talk about me not being on camera? I am on camera. Oh, I get on camera, and what? Oh, what's Lamb goes, oh, those are dentures. Those are dentures. Well, if they were dentures, it wouldn't be your fucking business, but they're not dentures. Where's your teeth? What's limp? I'll tell you what, Keith. Get me in a court of law. Get me in a court of law. These motherfuckers will lose. And that's a fact. Now, prudently, if you could swear in front of God, say God came right into your face and said, prudently, tell me what SG did to you. What are you going to say, bro? And then he says, prudently, was it you who got people going around calling her pond scum? That her mom said to her is a childhood, not a good one, memory. But was it you that got people calling her that? Was it you that took a painful memory and got people calling her pond scum? Was it you, Pro? Was it? Was it you that sat there with Scuzzy talking shit about me in fucking hundreds of comments? Huh, Pro? Was it? You want to keep saying I'm some kind of dirty deleter? Oh, it's all in private. No, it isn't, prudently. Telling you right now what a fucking bitch I think you are. SG's irrelevant. Let's go to Bible study. SG isn't irrelevant. Don't you ever fucking say that. Something suspicious. Oh, she's sniffy. Go fuck your fucking self, prudently. I was nothing but nice to you and respectful, and I held you in very high regard. You too, Tanger. You're both unwell because you literally think, you know? Oh, I don't sweat it. Okay. The other ones, prudently especially, should be sweating, pretending. You're fronting, bitch. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Most of them probably don't even believe. I prudently believe in God at all. She would have never, ever thought it was okay to respond to somebody. Like, if she had any moral compass or character or integrity or anything, she never would have thought it was normal to respond to somebody's text message with, didn't you read my community post? while you know that they're not saying anything, but you're sitting there putting shit up on community posts. You do know that would be the last place I'd look to see your response to me. And you, Tandra, your last text to me was you were taking Penny to the groomers. But then for 4 hours, some bullshit sat up there bashing me. Another idiot leaves a fucking, like, I don't know, 12-hour fucking post saying, I'm racist and I have racist on my... Shut the fuck up. The views displayed on my channel don't always, like, reflect the views of me. But see, here's the thing. Exactly. See, I'm not sweating it, but I want to make sure these fuckers do. And you will. Because I'm telling you now, prudently, when you get in front of those gates and that judgment, the big stuff that you've done, oh, that's already written. Done. But when he just wants to see for the fuck of it, why you went around slandering somebody, why you thought it was funny to relay the story of the pond scum, or to laugh at chemotherapy baldness. I'd love to be a fly on the wall and hear how you're going to explain that. Exactly, Keith. And there needs to be a line drawn between lying and free speech. And free speech is really freedom of the press, but we really don't have free speech when we have to say RAPE or SA. We can't say USI. We can't talk about important topics like that. But these bitches can go around calling me PEDO, and then some silly little limp bitch named What's Limp goes around talking shit. Yeah, that's the right thing, hidden lesson right there. Currently, I can't. I swear to God, I'd love to witness you explaining to God why you laugh at chemo baldness and sat there laughing at things like as she would look good if her makeup was done by a mortician, or casket emojis with Goner. I'd love to be there. Currently, you can have Bible studies till the cows come home, bitch. Ain't happening for you. You have fun on your Joyce Myers vacations. Get it while it lasts. You're the goner, bitch. And I don't mean like dead now, nothing like that. I mean, trust, when I tell you, you ain't going nowhere. Now, you might be able to redeem yourself if you publicly apologize and take accountability for your disgustingness. You wanted to publicly berate me, bitch? You will publicly apologize. And I will look further into the laws of this going around calling people PEDO just because you feel like it. Do you know that people who are called that, they get killed. Or, how fucking, Jenna, I ain't fucking around with you. Mary, you fucking, what's limp? You fucking call me PEDO, motherfuckers. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, bitch. You want to sit there with your fucking Nazi tattoos, calling the Jew Meth G and PEDO, do you? And then pretend that. Yeah. I heard Harry Mary saying, her husband saying, "Oh, they want to go around and for 6 days. Oh, where's SG getting that from? Back page in the Bible? What are you fucking talking about over there, Chris? Who the fuck are you calling a hypocrite? Mary telling you that the person she was talking about donated money to the flowers for your mother-in-law, and her only thing she did was talk to me. That's the only thing she did. And since Mary wants to pretend that I'm on meth and a PEDO, and I jumped through hoops to get cancer so I could have a fake GoFundMe. You did state clearly you didn't want anybody in your room who cared. So what? So what exactly? What's the problem you got? Oh, I can tell you the problems you're gonna have, but they're gonna be legal. How dare you say I sit there and talk about people's families and vaginas? Fuck are you talking about, you fucking weirdo? You slob. Prudently sitting in there. While you're letting this fucking loser in your room talk about me needing a mortician. Who the fuck do you think you're going to continue to slander? Because once again, not just famous people or with the money to hire attorneys matter. People matter. And I don't know where these lowlifes think they're going to come along and, has this person been a good person and worked and been a taxpayer since they were 15 and then they got cancer, so we think we're going to sit there and slam them? Go fuck yourself. Hell to the no. I told you before, Mary. You want to keep running your fat fucking mouth? Yeah, and I'm calling it fat because it talks a lot. It's full of shit. You want to act like I'm the pussy? Get your fucking ass up here and say the shit you're saying to me. It's easy to go on YouTube and say stuff for you because you're a dirtbag. And I understand that, Hidden Blessings. And do you know why? Because these idiots ran around saying, me and you were in on that one together. Oh, fraudulent. So fraudulent. Because they want to give and donate to evil. That's what they want to do. They want to be like, here's Sharon's Cash App. I'm going to say that people who take part in debauchery are, sinners. But here's Sharon's Cash App. She's putting her leg behind her head. She's wearing a bikini top. I know how it means. How you mean, Hidden Blessings? After that, oh, wonderful fake outreach bitch, Jules, who harasses people's dead relatives, want to go around telling people this, that, and the other thing about me. I know all about it. See, Izzy, you think it's normal to write dissertations with, like, you think you know everything about me. I don't even fucking know you. You're in Scotland. I don't even, like, you're an idiot. So, do you know that I don't know anything about you because it's not my fucking business and it's not my entertainment and joy to sit there making up lies about somebody, acting like they love cancer? Who the fuck says stuff like that, you dumb bitch? You got people in your room calling hidden blessings, hidden dentures. Same people who make fun of Maddie when she loses a tooth. Or make fun of people when they lose their hair from cancer. You got a bunch of people sitting there acting like somebody who showed one paper. This is craziness. I know. You had fucking Tom Reed, who thinks he's so fucking smart, telling people, you don't get it. Survivor Girl isn't somebody that gets cancer and you hope she recovers. Hidden blessings. I bet there's some programs and stuff you can apply for. I'll look into all that and we'll talk on the phone. I'll bet you there is. And there should be. And there should be. There should be. How dare prudently talk about people that, you know, didn't sin and get divorced, like yourself, prudently, which I don't buy into that. I'm not, that's not, I don't think that, getting divorced is a sin. I just don't. I'm sorry. Gonna sit there and act like people who don't have money because they got cancer. And, because our country takes such good care of its people, we're like poverty now. Uh, and a bunch of fuck turds are going to sit there and talk about people like that. Kendra, how do you sit in these rooms with these people knowing what they've done? You know that me and Nino were your good friends. Good friends, too. I mean, I'm just like in shock. Absolutely hidden blessings. These motherfuckers. So I get fucking, dog food and cat food for Christmas from Chewy, and then it becomes I can't afford to feed my pets, so they should call and get my pets taken away. So because somebody makes a kind gesture and sends dog and cat food, which is a practical, and I love practical things, right? Which, of course, I would, but so from somebody's kind gesture, then I have to feel like, oh, now my pets are going to be taken away. Ain't that some shit? And that is so important, hidden blessings, and that's why I appreciate you. And we both got to get on that fucking, because, I feel like, oh my God, like these fucking people, man. I am just so disgusted in the fact that they turn their head to people saying things like, "Ain't no use for one-titted freaks, one-titted pity party." They think all that's a fucking joke. Oh, don't take offense to what's said on YouTube. You mean when it's directed at something that we're really going through? Don't take offense to it. Gotta have thick skin. No, I don't. Yeah, exactly. Right, hidden blessings? But because of these motherfuckers, it is a blessing. Not for Prudently, though. It's just a way for her to have gone around, like, seriously. Seriously. I mean, somebody else was always like, oh, I'll send you money, but I don't loan money, but I'll just send it to you. So, like, then you got to be feeling like, well, I want to pay, but okay, but, and then suddenly they're out going, nope, me and Prue, we're all tapped out. Like, go fuck yourself, bitch. Go fuck yourself. And then you got Tina Lane throwing her fucking money at, Sharon to hurt Bobbles. And then you got another one making videos. I'm taking money out of their grandkids' mouth. And then you got another one saying, for my kids, here's the PO. In the meantime, putting down me, uh, I, me and my kid too, right? Oh, her kid doesn't even talk to her. Yeah, because you motherfuckers harassed her and put her and her family and friends in danger. And motherfuckers want to say, it ain't real life. Go fuck yourself. That was my real number and my real address, okay? Don't tell me it ain't real life. Right. And they're all good. That's all fine, right? That's fine. She's being honest, right? But it's not a fucking crime when some bitches say, it's not cancer, it's for a breast implant. Right? Or Luna spending every fucking moment sitting there clipping together and editing videos to try to make it look like my cancer's in question. Luna, you're in question for doing that. Your mental health is in question for doing that. These people want to go, it's rotten when somebody harasses somebody for mental health or for addiction, and they want to pretend that it's not rotten to harass people with cancer. Oh, only if SG's doing it to some woman she doesn't even know, even though she never did it. Shut the, Oh, but it's okay for Obama for the last, what, fucking 6 months now to be in live streams bashing the shit out of me everywhere? Laughing when she talks about chemo baldness? What the fuck is wrong with these people? Who the fuck did they think they were fucking with? Trust me, what's Lynn? If your mortician does your makeup good, maybe I'll have somebody, the limited few, at your funeral refer me. Well, yeah, but they went real life on me because I got cancer. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. When they sit there going, she doesn't want to take accountability. She likes her cancer. She gets to be a victim. Now she's not showed any proof of the last one. She's not shown. They can go fuck themselves. I don't lie. Especially about fucking cancer. Who the fuck would lie about cancer, man? See, they see people as they are. So they must be the type of people who would lie about cancer. You know? The entire story, I was sitting there bald, hooked to chemotherapy. That doesn't prove anything. Lots of people are bald. Lots of people have ports. That doesn't prove anything. It doesn't? You know that's a hospital, right? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that does being bald, hooked up to chemotherapy in a hospital, that doesn't prove anything. Yeah, fucking does. I'm determined that these motherfuckers are gonna be the reason why this shit stops being allowed. Because it does fucking matter. And it will always matter to me. People go, well, get over it, and then stop fucking talking about me. I'll get over it when you shut your fucking mouth talking about me. How's that sound? I removed the community post about you, now. Why are you still calling me? Why did you say I had a yeast infection in your live stream the other day? What's wrong with you? Why the fuck are you saying I have a yeast infection? You you think you know me? Like, some kind of... What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, you think that's covered under freedom of speech? Go fuck yourself. Trust and believe, hidden blessings. Something good is going to come through, and God will take care of that shit. And here's for the people who say, well, if they're nice to me, and that's your beef with them, no, it isn't right. People want to say that, right? And really, I don't have a problem with you going to another person's live streams and sitting there while they bash me. My problem is that you wanted to go. You know, like when people click that subscribe, that means they subscribe to that behavior. And then they would say things like, but YouTube isn't real. You do know I am real and cancer is real, right? Like, you do know that, right? Like, you don't, it doesn't matter how many times. I think these people are really, like, convinced that they get to act a certain way on YouTube because YouTube isn't real. I don't know about you, but I don't lie. And, I'm not gonna get on YouTube and say stupid shit and then get off YouTube and go, oh, good, now I can act normal. What you see is what you get. Why would I want to get on YouTube and act like it's not real? These people aren't real. These people typing have no feelings. They're not real. And no. You know what? I hope I never get thick skin. You know what that's like? Lizard. Lizard. Like that movie Thinner. Why the fuck would I want thick enough skin? No. And then them saying she loves cancer so she could be the victim. Bitch, I would never have called myself Survivor Girl if I thought I was any kind of victim. And I called myself before cancer. Right, hidden blessings. But the bottom line is, they want to sit there and be all mad if somebody says something bad. You know what? Here's the bottom line. They should grow the fuck up. I understand that you're not that insecure. But say somebody else is and they want to talk, but they don't want to be harassed, and they don't want these fucking dingbats. You got these dingbats digging through. This dingbat was actually talking about a friend of mine marriage and their husband. And you could tell they had it all wrong while calling this person a PEDO, too. All because they talked in here. Mary, now I don't know what fucking psycho world you live in, but it ain't the one where you get to harass and lie about and slander me and all my friends. It ain't that one, bitch. Let me remind you. This isn't your world, and we're not all just squirrels in it trying to get a nut. Okay? Oh, did you have Big Bad Fruit Lee in there? Did ya? Did ya? First female fucking bouncer in Massachusetts, probably the world. Did ya? This one other one over here keeps flexing her muscles, like as if I'm like, ooh, not the muscles. Does that mean I gotta kick you in the crotch? I don't know, bitch. But every single motherfucking thing these fuckers say is fighting words to me. Well, they don't make me feel bad. The only thing that makes me irritated is that they won't fucking drive their motherfucking asses here and say it to my face. That's the most annoying part. They think it's normal behavior for YouTube. Because anything ain't anything real. Oh, trust. Come here. I'm real. And say that shit to me. Even you once, Limp. I'll kick the fuck out of you. You come to me and ever say any of the shit you say. Now, when have you guys ever heard me do a Sharon voice? Oh, never. That's right. Never. Sharon, you know I still have the live stream where I was just talking about the suspended bridge in Michigan, where you were like, oh, even though you're friends with Kenzie or were or still are, I have no clue. You accepted an apology from Kenzie. First of all, you accept Care Bears from Kenzie. I don't know who the fuck Kenzie is. Um, why are you, like, why are you, Kimberly, my old ma, Kimberly, let me ask you a fucking question. How are you gonna sit and fucking prudently's live stream when that fucking bitch is gonna sit there and, you know, yeah, pretty much just saying, yeah, right? Keith, that's it. Yeah. No, but hidden blessings, you're confused. It doesn't hurt me, but what it does do is it does hurt things in real life because that's where they took it. Let's call GoFundMe. Let's call here. Let's call there. Let's harass everybody who gives to her GoFundMe in their real name. They did that. Let's harass her kid. Let's harass her kid's boyfriend. Let's harass her kid's father. Let's harass her sister. Let's harass her dead sister. Let's harass her dead mother. Let's harass her dead father's dead wife. That was Tina Elaine, mind you. Let's harass her living brother that she never really has any kind of relationship with. Let's harass her whole fucking family and everybody around her. Let's try to isolate her. Let's harass everybody who goes into her live streams, right? My friends, right? People I talk to on the phone, they're real. They're fucking real. I hear another one of these fucking numb fucking skull motherfuckers say, YouTube isn't real. YouTube not real. It's not real. I just do what I want on YouTube. It's not real. I don't know how to conduct myself in society. Because that's what you fucking are. Fuck turds. Okay? Who the fuck? Yeah, they are. You know what? They're making themselves look bad by me. Uh, you are a real pussy. Pussy. All right, pussy. 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 Both, maybe? I don't know. Here's the thing, though. I assure you, I am very real. Please, come meet me. But you're gonna have to drive your. See, I got this other asshole. You want to pull up on me? You want to pull up on me? Well, first of all, you're a fucking man. So why you're harassing women? I really don't know. You want to think that because you're black, you get to blow stop signs and traffic lights with no license, and that your job is dealing drugs, and you want to sit there going, these white women's all completely nude, all acting cocky. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Where's their fucking clothes? And why isn't that indecent exposure? And why are they all white women's? And why are you saying they're pimps, turning them out, are the N words? What's the fucking problem there? Huh? But here's the thing, dude. Who the fuck do you think you are? If a woman is having, which she shouldn't have to be in this day and age, right? But if you, first of all, I'm not pulling up on you. You either shut your fucking mouth or you get a ride up here and say that shit to my face. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Any motherfucking one of these motherfuckers, the shit they have said is so disgusting. As soon as it came out of their mouth, I'd fucking pop them. Janelle, I don't care how big your muscles are. Come here and say to me, Meth G, you're a pedo. Come on. Come on. Come to my face. I assure you I am very real. Sharon, haul your fucking ass up here. Talk about my cat. Direct people to my, some troll's fucking account harassing me and my family. Make fun of Chemo Baldness. And say, hey, and they all started with, I will fucking knock you up. Come on. Can you have her just, come on with you. Luna, you come here in my face and tell me my cancer is fake and everybody should report me. Come on. Come on. Any one of you motherfuckers. Or shut your fucking pussy mouth. Because I don't know what you think you're succeeding at. Prudently. You're fucking close. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Come to my face and tell me I have no character and no integrity. I'm irrelevant, on drugs, and going to hell. Come on, bro. And I'm the kid in the back who just doesn't understand it. Come on, bro. You're close. Cindy. Oh, you love to talk real tough. You're not far. Come on. Come on, Cindy. You come here and you have a good laugh at Obama making fun of Chemo Baldness. And yuck it up. And then lie and said, I fucking did something to you. And you tell me what I did, and then call me a dumpster diving bitch. You're not far. You like to run your mouth like you're gonna kick some ass. Fucking come on, man. Because I assure you, I am very real. So at this point now, you're all just looking like a bunch of fucking pussies. I mean, you aren't like ever scarier than cancer. You're never gonna convince me that I am not in God's favor. And you are never going to convince me that God is going to listen to you. Do what you guys have done. And talk, you don't get to have concern for two families that you did not reach out to because you've never provided proof of that. And yet my GoFundMe didn't matter that it was being called fraudulent. Is that what you think? You're not going to know how fucked up it was that it was all because. Is that what you think? You're going to sit there and live streams with a picture of my brother that I haven't seen since I was 16. You think that's okay? Is that what you think? Then you're going to question people who come in my live stream why they do. Is that your fucking business? Is it? Currently, don't you ever fucking call me irrelevant. Bitch, as long as you keep doing Bible studies after what you did, until you publicly apologize to me. Because, man, couldn't fucking squeeze out of you that I had paid you back. You had your Bible study. You let those fucking assholes in your room sit there saying, oh, unless you're not going to pay somebody back. Prue, got any money for tires? Hippie chick who fucking sat there admitting that she was part of organized trolling along with Mama Bell. And they were trolling Maddie. Fucking cruel, hideous motherfuckers is what you are. Hideous and hiding. Haul your pussy ass up here and say that shit to my face. Now, I don't know what that transcription or whatever fucking dumbass Sharon, who's never funny and never good. I didn't even know there was a battery in AC. You know what? If I was you, Hidden Blessings, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We'll talk on the phone. I didn't even know there was batteries in the AC. They plug in. There's no battery. There's no battery in AC. They plug it in. Sandra, here's another thing. You know you're fucking lying. You know. You know you're lying. Okay? About a couple of things. You're lying. But don't you ever refer to our friendship as you tried to help me. You tried to help. Sharon, why the fuck are you talking about somebody else's kid and their surgery? Why the fuck, Tandra, are you supporting some bitch who is so fucking evil? Prudently, you, Miss Bible study. Why the fuck are you supporting some dumb bitch that all she does is make fun of people and harass people? So that's why you thought that your furnace was broken? And you thought your AC was broken all that time too? And that's why? Because of that? Huh. Oh my god. Somebody told me a funny thing today. It was, there's, believe it or not, there's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of men out there who they'll meet a woman and then they'll pick up and move. The guy will. The guy will. Okay? And then suddenly this woman is like, there's a guy now, he's living with her, you know, looking for a job, and it's like, okay, dude, you should have been so established in your life that it should have been a process for you to like, want to just, but they, gotta have a woman to take care of them, and they'll go around, move around, or whatever. A woman like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, yeah, I'll move there, right, right, right. Hobosexuals, hobosexuals. Tandra, can you imagine if I ever had a Bible study, which you never would let me because they would trigger you. Um, that said homosexuals are going to hell; they can't inherit the kingdom of God. Um, I can imagine you accusing me of it, and prudently, liar, accusing. Yeah, well, your husband needs to fucking check himself, hidden blessings. And he should be paying for that. And if I was you, I'd say, well, then you know what? I'm gonna fucking press charges on you, buddy, or you're gonna fucking pay for it, and that's that. And you're lucky I don't divorce your ass. You know what I'm saying? What a fucking asshole. Coming over, helping himself to fucking something. Dickhead. Now, the funny thing is these cocksuckers think people with actual things going on, like real cancer, should, you know, it's okay to call it one titty pity party. Right, Bama? Ain't it okay for fucking What's Limp to say mortician and one titty pity party? Isn't that cool? Ain't it? Huh? Is it? Huh? Ain't it? Oh, oh, did Hippie Chick admit to harassing a shitload of people through organized trolling? That rotten bitch SG exposed it. She's a rotten bitch with no integrity. Go fuck yourselves. Hippie Chick's a rotten bitch with no integrity. She's the one who goes around stalking everybody's shit. Yeah, but he doesn't fund his own. That's why he came over and stole from your hand blessings. Just like these people. They're thieves. You guys are thieves. Currently, you're a fucking thief. You think you're gonna steal my integrity, my character, and by going around, first of all, pretending that it was 175. It wasn't. Just because you got a screenshot of you sending me $75 for a Sentos, I don't. I could show you where I paid you back before when it was stated alone. You don't get to throw in that. It's swindling. Another sin. Go to hell, in my opinion. I mean, seriously, currently, I would love to be a fly on the wall and see you get out of why you thought it was funny to tell people and make fun of a childhood memory. And you, Catherine Guthrie, why the fuck are you lying about fucking with your sister? Fuck you, that's a fucking lie, bitch. Oh, she started harassing me when my sister died a kid. That's a fucking lie, Catherine. Call me twat waffle again, bitch. Fucking black arts witch. He has to get by his house, and that's it. Yeah, except fix the AC that he broke. You know, Mary, when you talk about how you've been on your own since you were young, and you went through this and you went through that, you do know that everybody has their stories to tell, and that I've also been on my own for a long time. So, why would you think you get to go around slandering me and then, first of all, lying, saying that I am racist against American Indians? Can't believe these fucking racist person go. What? I'm supposed to prove my petty bartending skills to your truck driving skills. Listen, Mary, I don't begrudge you your job or anything. I don't know why you're fucking talking about me, bitch. Tell me exactly what I did to you, or get your fucking ass in that truck and drive your fucking ass up here and call me Meth G and PEDO and say I got cancer on purpose to run a scam or fake face it. Say it. Come on, please. Or shut your fucking mouth. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how much you're flexing your muscles until you're gonna come in my face and talk to me and say this shit to me. I got this other chick saying, I'm gonna send you nude pictures and you're gonna be so mad you can't post them. Actually, I probably would just take them right to the police and say that you're sending me pornography through the mail or something. There's a law against that, and in any way possible is how I'm gonna get the law enforced. So if it has to be that, then go right ahead if you need to. Sure, go ahead. But in the meantime, Nitty, when are you going to admit you and Sharon were in cahoots for clicks and views? Like, really? I do remember you saying you weren't on methadone, and then today you were talking about how the price went down. I mean, that's wonderful for you. But you lied. I have it somewhere in my video. You said you weren't on methadone. Now, I don't care if you are or aren't, but you're a liar, man. You're a fucking liar. But it's not up to you to judge when somebody, well, how people are supposed to treat people. It's about the giving of something. It's about the person giving. It's not about the person receiving. When you give something, you're not supposed to say, "Oh, I bet they went and you know they're not paying their friend." Listen, lady, it's just not your concern. People want to say stress kills, and then you get, oh my god, the other one lying, going, I never said I was trying to stress SGO. You know what you said was trying to trigger me. Same thing, lady. But you can't trigger me because you won't come physically and say these things. You're just sitting there thinking it's your world and you get to say whatever the fuck you want. And that's incorrect. And a lot of people will soon find out. Legally. Now I know that. Oh, legally, man, you can't. I don't care. Keep doing it. I'll keep talking. And that's what speaking in tongues is, right? Well, not speaking in tongues. It's about having the spirit in you and speaking truth. Maybe he be coming over stealing from you, hidden blessing. Chris, keep your fucking mouth shut. You're sitting there joining and harassing somebody that donated to your mom's flowers. You get it? I appreciate you all. Peace, love, and tacos, and have a wonderful day. Oh, and here's another thing I just want to tell you guys. Like I said, when people have the mindset of, oh, well, as long as they're not doing it to me, your beef with them isn't mine. Well, here's the thing, though. First of all, if they would beef with you if you weren't. Oh, and as for taking down channels, it was between them two I was talking about. Not here. I was just giving you like a little breakdown of their relationship with each other. But here's the thing. I saw on Jules in her comment section saying, you know, report. They were talking about Sharon, right? I kind of wonder how much that fucking little freak's got to do with a bunch of this shit. A fucking Jules. She's a fucking skank. She is a fucking skank. She really is. Amy, I don't want to watch your channel. I know you like to say that I was saying it was all about me and this is that, but I really didn't watch your channel. I'm just wondering, did you tell us the story about how you hit rock bottom and that's how you turned around and now, although you feel like, even though it's a step in the right direction, I guess, but still making big pharma fucking money, with the methadone stuff, right? Um, Now, I'm assuming that it was through some kind of national health care that you're getting that discount now. So that's what the other people are paying for, even though you want to say other people or this, that, and the other. But here's the what's your hitting rock bottom story? Did people shun you? Was there anybody on social media telling people that they shouldn't give you money to eat or even food? Did you have that going against you, or did nobody? Was there none of that for you, right? Did you have a judging Amy for you when you were going through your addiction? Was there a judging Amy? Huh? Was there? You know you live in a whole nother country, right? And you know that whatever anybody donates to anybody is no concern to you because you really don't even really give a fuck about these people. You're not planning on housing them or anything, or they're not your. You don't care about them whether they hit rock bottom or fucking win the lottery. But I do know you lied and said you weren't on methadone. That I know for a fact. So when you turn a blind eye to what's happening to somebody within your, realm, you know what's going on, but it's not happening to you, so it doesn't affect you, right? Eventually, though, it may, right? Like that's like say, when it's said, "United we stand, divided we fall." That's all. That's not just black people being pissed because the cops harassed a black guy. That's black people, white people, and everybody being pissed if anybody got unjustly treated by the police. You don't get to fucking pick and choose. Oh, did it happen to a white person? Oh, well, that don't matter then. Now, Nitty, I'm just wondering, would you be bothered if it was black girls outside completely naked and your little ends were, that's what you call them, were turning them out? Huh? Now, I'm just wondering, isn't that another form of slavery? Oh, we wanted slavery abolished. Oh, unless it's white women's out there sex trafficked, right? Uh-uh. Across the board, united we stand, divided we fall, and that's a fucking fact. And that's hands across America, and I don't give a fuck. You can't take it? Then fucking get out of the kitchen. Peace, love, and tacos. Have a great day. Steel sharpens steel.